I was on the Greyhound bus that day, and out on the road, another Greyhound bus hailed us down and told us there was a pretty nasty mob up at Anniston, Alabama station, at the Anniston, Alabama Greyhound station. And when we got there, sure enough, there was a pretty angry mob there. And they were calling freedom riders all kind of names, and niggers and communists, come on out and integrate Alabama and that sort of stuff. They were beating on the bus with chains and sticks and whatever else they had. The bus driver had to take care of the business there, but he would lock the door when he got out, so nobody could get on the bus. And I guess I had another one of those little experiences. There was a woman on the bus that knew nothing about the Freedom Ride. She was coming home from a funeral. She was sitting across the aisle from me, and she was saying things like, "Why are they doing this to us? And I don't want to die here like this." And she was down on her knees between the two seats there. So I go and try to tell her what was going on, that sort of thing. And I was still watching the windows because they were trying to break out the windows there. And she told me I could use her name in my story. Her name is Roberta Holmes, I believe. And eventually, bus driver got back in and we took off. And by the time we got to the edge of the city, you heard that sound of tires going down. And you could look back and you see a line of cars that were following us. And there was a little roadster that stayed in front of the bus to keep the bus from picking up speed. So we were sort of trapped there. That's when we found out that there were a couple of white state troopers on the bus. We didn't know about it. They were in plain clothes. And they started again breaking out windows and banging on the bus and daring people to come out and that sort of thing. One of these guys, one of the state officers, L. Cowlin, he pulled his pistol and stood in the doorway to keep anybody from getting on the bus. And that sort of saved us, because he finally made a break through one of the windows, and he threw this firebomb thing in the seat just behind me, which was an empty seat. And I got a few burns on the back of the ear and that sort of thing, but nothing serious. Suddenly, it was pitch black on that bus, and a couple of people got out of windows and caught rides. Several of us was sort of trapped on the bus there until we could get out. I said, well, I'm going to be the last guy off this bus. Nobody gets trapped on here. So I just put a handkerchief over my mouth and nose and that sort of thing and hung around as long as I could. And it started getting hot on there. It was time to get off. So we got off. And I tell you, when you stepped off that bus and you looked around and you saw these people crawling around, trying to get the smoke out of their chest, and people crawling, coughing, and gagging. It was one of those sights that make you wonder why Americans are doing that sort of thing to fellow Americans who are just trying to exercise their rights. But eventually, that bus burned right down, broad open daylight. They burned down this expensive Greyhound bus.